So good.
This date's going great already.
Oh my god.
Do you think guys who cook are sexy?
Wow.
Do you think food is a turn on? What's up? I'm Aaron Robinson. I love to cook. I love to sing and play guitar. And I love women. I think that girls really like a guy who knows his way around the kitchen. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, man, I'm still a little dazed from that one. I mean, you'd be so impressed with what you can do with a few basic little skills. My good friend Erica's coming over. Ha! Nice
Steven?
melons.
Oh my god.
Get in there with 2 hands.
2 hands?
Yeah.
Seriously? Oh my god.
I got my rocker buddy's mansion at my disposal. I mean, he can't live in all 14 at once, can he? So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna demystify the process, and we're gonna make some awesome food and teach you that cooking is foreplay. Today we are making sticky edamame, steak frites, and an awesome Port Poached Pear. This is gonna be awesome. Come on, let's go.
I got the tequila.
What are you doing?
Yoga.
This is my cooking area.
I know, but I just want to get it.
Down. Get your dirty foot off.
My feet don't stink.
Oh, you want everybody to smell like stinky feet?
Well, I told you my feet don't stink,
All right.
but I got my shoes on. All right, fine. So what are we doing today anyway?
All right. So this girl, her name is Yelena, and she's Ukrainian.
Ooh.
This, I'm telling you right now, she's on a different level.
Yeah?
This chick's on a different level.
Okay,
No, really.
you said that before,
No,
but this is...
This one's like supermodel material. Seriously,
right.
she's something.
Okay, so you got to step up your game.
I do. I got to step it up a little bit, but I'm gonna still keep it very simple, but I am gonna step it up.
Okay.
So I'm going to do something. You know, for the sushi aspect, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some edamame to start with, and then for the classic sort of European, Italian, I mean, what's more classic than steak frites?
No, that's perfect.
Steak frites is steak with fries.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as I get to have a fry before I go.
Of course.
All right.
And we're gonna make it's gonna be super tasty. And then for dessert, we're gonna do a Port Poached Pear with vanilla bean gelato.
That sounds complicated.
See, it sounds complicated, but see, that's the trick, you guys, is to make it sound. You want it to sound complicated. You know, because that's the whole idea, that you want them to think that you've slaved for hours in the kitchen and that you're some mad scientist and all this jazz, but actually it's very, very simple.
Okay, a true Renaissance man.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, what we're gonna do is I've got some frozen edamame that's been thawed.
Okay.
And some boiling water. Why don't you put a pinch of salt in the water?
Got it.
And you can put a little bit more than a pinch for edamame.
Okay.
So now we're gonna go ahead and dump these in.
So, did you just get these anywhere?
Yeah, everywhere in the world carries edamame.
So how long does it take for these guys to cook?
About 5 minutes.
Well, that's it.
Gonna move over here.
And this is going to be good too. I see you've got sesame seeds and brown sugar, the salt. What are the 2 liquids over here too that we have?
There's sesame oil and soy sauce. So we're just gonna wait for this pan to get warm.
We're making a sauce to put on top. Is that how we're doing?
Yes. Okay. Well, we're gonna toss it. We're gonna toss it together.
I see.
This happens real fast. Take the sesame seeds, put about half of that in. I'd say about, a tablespoon.
Okay. Got it.
And these toast really quickly.
So it smells good too.
Yep. No oil, no butter.
Wow.
We're toasting them. Then we're gonna add in the soy sauce.
Very nice.
Okay, so you can go
Do I
ahead
get to add it
and
in right
add
now?
it in.
Okay, all of it?
Yep.
Woo!
There you go.
Oh, that smells good.
And now I want you to put in a couple tablespoons of the brown sugar.
Okay. I'm just
always
using
better to
my
use your
fingers. I like the texture. Is that enough?
Yep. Put in a little of that sesame oil.
Love
Just
it.
a dab. Just to give it that sesame flavor. Now you see how that's already looking sticky. You can see the brown sugar bubbling on top, the sugars. See how quick that is, guys? That's maybe a minute and a half.
And
the
hardly
sauce
any
is done.
ingredients.
Yep. So we're gonna come over here.
Okay.
Take a look at my edamame. When it starts to lose its green tint just a little bit and gets that yellow tint, that's when you know it's done.
Easy enough.
Okay, so I'm gonna strain these real quick.
Here's one question for you, though. This is sticky. Are you going to have her use her fingers?
Yes.
Oh.
So we heat that up and just boom, drop it in.
Oh.
And you just coat them. Doesn't that look awesome?
Yeah.
And then you can put just a little bit more salt right on the top, and that's it. That's the appetizer.
That is great. All right, it looks like we're ready to start prepping the main course.
That's right. So we're going to do the steak frites. So we got the Yukon Gold potatoes, okay? Yukon Gold potato fries with canola oil. Canola oil, not olive oil, not any other kind of oil. Are these sweet, unbelievably crunchy, really awesome fries. I mean, you're gonna die. Seriously,
Wow.
they're amazing. We're gonna do a béarnaise sauce with the steak frites, which is a classic pairing. We've got the ingredients laid out here. There's gonna be some tarragon, white pepper, shallot, and cayenne pepper. And then we got an egg yolk, and we got some butter that I melted just in the microwave.
Okay.
And then we've got some salt, we've got some white wine vinegar, and some regular white wine.
Ooh.
We got the makeshift double boiler going.
Which is?
The makeshift double boiler we always use. Just a simple pot with some water.
I'm just saying,
and a
in
metal
case
bowl
anybody
on top.
doesn't know how to do this. So are we
Okay.
going to start chopping up the potatoes
Well,
here,
the
or
first
what?
thing we're going to do is we're going to put the white wine in here.
Okay.
Okay, the white wine vinegar.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then put in the shallots and the tarragon.
All of the shallots?
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be about a tablespoon of shallots, you guys, and
Here we go.
that's good.
Okay.
And then about a tablespoon of tarragon.
Is that too much?
That's fine.
So about like that, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have that at a low heat, and the white wine and the white wine vinegar is gonna take the flavor from the shallots and the tarragon,
Okay.
and then we're gonna strain it and put it in the double boiler, and we'll get to that in a
Yeah.
second. But while that is abstracting flavors there, we're going to move on to the frites. I already cut some of the potatoes for the fries. It's a simple julienne cut, and I like them fine. I don't like thick cut fries, especially with steak frite.
Yeah.
Steak frite, the fries should be fine and small.
And a little crispy too,
Yeah,
right?
and a little crispy, exactly. That's
okay.
the whole idea. It's not steak frite unless the fries are like that, in my opinion. So, what you do to do this is you got the potato. Knuckles over fingers.
Yep.
Okay, and you're gonna cut a thin, almost just fatter than a potato chip, just like that. Here, let me give you a second cut so you get end piece. So just like that. Okay?
Okay.
And then after you cut a couple of those,
Yep.
you can stack them on top of each other,
Right.
and then you cut this way, julienne.
Oh, that's easy enough. All right.
Okay.
Just like that.
Just like that,
Cool.
you got fries. So now we're gonna put them in the canola oil, which we have heated up here.
Okay.
If you have a thermometer, 350 to 375. If you do not have a thermometer, and I'm gonna tell you the coolest way to be able to tell that your oil is ready. If you look through like this, you can see it looks like a heat wave. You see that right there? You see how it's starting to wave like the desert?
Yes.
Okay,
I can
that's
totally
it right
see
there.
it.
So guys, another safety precaution when you're putting the oil in and you're heating it up, make sure that you leave room, because when you put the fries in, the oil level will rise.
I'm excited. French fries.
All right, there we go.
Now, how long does this take?
It just takes a few minutes. You'll see when they start to turn golden brown.
Okay.
And we're going to remove them with this little fine strainer. You can get these anywhere also. Really great tools. We're going to come back to our béarnaise.
All right.
Okay. And again, the strainer works great for this as well, because we're going to take, you see how the shallots have softened?
Yeah.
And the tarragon's taken on a little bit of a paler color?
Mm-hmm.
That
I can smell.
Yeah.
Great scents coming from that.
That means it's infused into the wine and vinegar.
Okay.
So we're going to just go like this, because we don't want this in our sauce. Get a wire whisk.
Okay.
Here, I'm going to let you do this.
Ooh, all right. Give me the tool.
All right, a little pinch of white pepper.
Okay.
A little pinch of cayenne pepper. Now, we're going to put in the melted butter.
Ooh.
Keep stirring, keep stirring. This is the key part where this is going to thicken with the egg. So break the yolk and whip it up.
Oh my gosh, this is actually really easy.
Béarnaise doesn't classically have a tomato in it, but I like to put a tomato in it because it's such a rich, creamy sauce I think the tomato contrasts that with a nice, crisp, sort of refreshing edge that it adds to it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna quickly dice up half a tomato while you're still stirring that. I'm just gonna throw this.
See, it's a good thing I did my yoga earlier. I'm nice and loose.
I'm not even gonna touch that one.
Your mind would go there.
Oof.
So what goes next?
Okay, that's good on the béarnaise. That's done.
Okay.
We'll remove that from the heat,
Woo.
and we'll put it over here.
Okay.
So guys, you ready to know the key to a perfect steak? You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, number one, you gotta have really fresh meat.
Okay.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Yep. You gotta have fresh cracked pepper, salt, a little bit of olive oil so it doesn't burn on the grill.
Okay.
And grilling is key as well. You
Timing.
know, it's so much better than pan frying. It's so much better than broiling. It's so much better than anything. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna grab my steaks. Okay.
Now that is fresh
So we've got
meat.
a couple really great New York strips. All right. And I'm going
Seasoning
to
time.
get the olive oil.
Okay.
All right. Now just give it a good douse of olive oil and rub down the meat.
All right. So how
Just
do I rub down the meat?
Spread the lubricant all over the meat.
All right. Do I flip it over?
Yep.
This is actually kind of fun, guys. I know you like to get your hands dirty too, so. Okay.
And if you're ever cooking with a girl and she thinks this is fun,
You know you're in good hands.
now we're gonna put a little bit of pepper.
Okay. Or salt.
Salt and pepper. All right, so a little bit of salt.
Gotcha.
And here you go. A little bit of pepper.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
It's all in the wrist. Okay, now flip it over and do it to the exact same
Okay.
thing. So this is key. We're gonna slice the butter. We gotta get to our fries in a second.
Okay.
But they're about done.
I'm almost done with this.
And we're just gonna put a couple pieces of butter right over the top of the steak, just like that.
And what's the
We're not
butter?
even gonna touch it. We're gonna put them bottom side down on the grill, and that butter is gonna melt over the top, and it's gonna add a lot of flavor. Yeah, so the fries are done now. So I'm gonna get a plate with a little paper towel.
Okay. God, those look amazing.
Yep. And we're just gonna scoop out the fries, just like that.
Nice and crispy too.
Okay,
And what's
pepper-
our seasoning gonna be?
Just salt.
Just salt.
That's it. Salt
Ooh.
only.
Keep it simple.
Yep. So there we go.
Okay.
And now we're just gonna give it a little sprinkle. Some salt, just like that. And that's it. This is the frites, perfectly golden. These cool down pretty fast.
Oh, this looks amazing.
Oh,
Oh gosh, they're amazing! I can't believe it's just salt.
yeah.
It's the Yukon Gold
Yukon
and
Gold.
the canola.
It's so good.
Wow.
All right, so
This is
you ready
great.
to move out to the
Yeah, let's go grill.
grill and we'll go do these steaks?
Yep, let's do
All right.
it. So you said Yelena is Ukrainian, right?
That's right.
Have you ever dated a Ukrainian woman?
You know, I don't think there's a race or class or any group of female that I have not dated at one point or
why
another.
doesn't that surprise me?
Yeah. So what we do is we got the grill up. We got it on high. Okay. That's just initially because we want it really hot. We want to get a good sear on it.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put these steaks on just like this.
Butter side up.
Butter side up.
Oh,
Just like that. Okay.
this is gonna be good.
All right, so the grill is hot. The grill is on high. Turn it down to medium so that the heat coming up from underneath it is not, you know, gonna make it well done. We want the heat to be all engulfing. So we're gonna close the lid. That'll melt the butter, and you know, and we'll get that good sear on the bottom. And then we'll come back and check on it, you know, in a couple minutes.
Back to dessert, right?
All right, yeah. So we'll come back and check on this in just a second. Let's go
Okay.
check on the dessert.
All right, time for
All
dessert,
right, time
right?
for dessert. So this is a really simple dessert. We're just gonna light this burner.
Okay.
Okay, and now we're going to pour in a bunch of port. This is a very cheap port, probably like $4.99 at the grocery store.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's expensive ports and then there's cooking ports. This is a cooking port. Difference between tawny port and ruby port is the age, and you can see also the color is more ruby colored, where tawny is more of a brown.
Okay.
It has that fortified brandy look to it.
All right. Well, and speaking of liquor, we haven't even talked about one of the most important elements to a date night. What are you doing for wine?
Oh, well, since we're doing steak frites,
Yeah.
I decided to do a Malbec, and so, but they've in the past like decade, it's really come into its own as its own grape throughout Argentina and Chile. They're really growing and it's thriving there. So I'm gonna do a Malbec that's got a lot of plum, a lot of cinnamon. It's not necessarily sweet, but it's definitely a full-bodied, smooth, soft wine. It's really brilliant.
Sounds like you might have just described your date. That's what wines are all about, though, right?
Yeah.
I'm impressed. You're going to have to tell her all about that, too.
I will.
She'll love it.
So, Port Poached Pear. First, we just got to peel it. Here, would you put that? Put the cinnamon stick in there for me. Now, you don't need to add sugar to the port because there's already so much sugar in port.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Dude, this is gonna
It's
be
already
good,
a very sweet dessert wine, as is. And we're going to serve this with a little scoop of vanilla bean gelato.
Ooh.
So we're just going to cut off the stem there.
Okay.
Boom. Cut the pear directly down the center, just like that. Cut it one more time,
Okay.
so it's quartered. And then just scoop out the seed part there.
This
So
is really
like
easy
that.
so far. Guys, if you can't do this, you're in deep trouble.
Yeah. And that's it. And then we're going to lower it right into there. So it just cooks, and then the pear is going to turn like this purpley color. Okay, so we got the temperature up. We're going to turn it down a little bit because it's getting a bit warm.
Okay.
We just want it to slow poach there, just like that. And this will take about 10-15 minutes. So why don't we go check on those steaks?
All right.
And then we'll come back.
Perfect.
All right. So a good steak should always be medium rare to medium. Some people like them well done, and that's cool. I respect people's personal preferences. But for me, a steak medium rare, perfect to medium. And the way you can tell when a steak is done is by pushing on it. And I'm going to show you a little trick that's kind of cool that they use in the restaurant. Put your finger to your ring finger, your thumb to your ring finger. That's rare. Push right there. That's rare. That's medium rare. That's medium.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
So now give the steak a little push.
Okay.
And what does it feel like to you? Which part?
Okay. It feels like it is this one.
Medium?
Medium rare.
Actually, that's medium rare. For
See?
sure.
I got it.
It's nice and soft. You got to take into account the metal. Makes it seem a little bit harder than it actually is.
Gotcha.
You're not pushing with a finger. So anyway, these are just about done. So I'm going to move them off the heat and let them rest. This is very important, you guys, because resting the meat is one of the most important aspects of having a good steak. And people ask me all the time, what's resting the meat? You know, what is that? When it's really hot, the blood thins out. Okay, whatever juices is in there are really thin at the time when they're fresh off the grill. So if you slice them, the juices run right out of the meat.
Oh,
If you take them off the heat and you rest them, the juices redistribute through the meat, and you will have a very juicy steak when you cut it open.
That's pretty impressive.
I'm going to take this off the fire. I'm going to take it off the flame, and we're going to go. The dessert's probably done, and then I'll come back and take these off after about 5 minutes of them getting a chance to rest.
Okay, great. Let's go.
All right, so let's see how our pears are doing.
Okay.
Okay, see they've absorbed a lot of the color.
Oh, yeah.
They've softened a bit. These are done. Stick your nose in there with the cinnamon and the port.
Oh my gosh, that smells
Isn't that
so
awesome?
good.
Here, I'll give you a little teeny sliver. There we go. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, this smells
Picture that with the ice cream on top, the vanilla bean gelato.
Oh.
It's going to be amazing.
She's
it's going to be
melt.
so good. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right, so we've got the edamame to start, right?
Yep. So we've got the sweet and sticky edamame with the toasted sesame seeds, the soy sauce, the brown sugar, the sesame oil. We're gonna start with that. Then we're gonna move on to the steak frites, the 2 New Yorks that we grilled outside. A little bit of butter, salt, pepper, olive oil, and then that's going with the homemade French fries with Yukon Gold potatoes and canola oil. And then we're going to do the Port Poached Pear with the vanilla bean gelato.
Home run.
Yeah.
Up here.
And drink down some of that Malbec.
There you go. All right, I'm going to get out of your hair. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you so
much.
much.
Have fun. Always. All right, save me some meat.
What are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm not sticking around here. No thanks. Bye.
Hey, by the way, I was kidding. You can do your yoga in here if you want. Anytime. Naked. Oh, do you think she likes me? I get the feeling she doesn't like me. It's kind of weird. Sucks. She just uses me. I know she's probably like Betty Crocker when she gets home. I swear to God, she's probably got all these little guys coming over. So you like meat? You said you love meat, so I made you a steak frites. So I was thinking about, because you love opera, you love classical, you love all that stuff, so it's like a really classic French dish. You said you love French and Italian, right?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. So it's a little béarnaise sauce right there. I took the liberty of trying to get you to try red. Do you like red?
With the meat, yes?
Yeah, that's what I figured. With meat, you can't have Gewürztraminer.
And what is it?
Malbec.
Okay. From Argentina?
Oh, touche. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. I love the meat. It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Try the fries too. They're homemade, hand cut. Yeah, hand cut. And
it's delicious.
it's very good.
And it's nice presentation.
Excuse me for just 1 second.
I didn't mean that.
You're distracting me.
So where did you learn how to cook?
I picked up a few tricks here and there. You have to open wide on this one.
I'm not sure.
You can do it.